Hello. Nash. Okay, let's start that. I am a nope. Let's restart that. Okay, can we restart that? I'm sorry. Hey everyone, my name is Jaya. I'm originally from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm part of the class of 2027 cohort in the SPM program, and I'm here to show you my stuff. Starting off with the Volcal bag. This is giving a little bit of an insider scoop into the brand of skis that I have here. Big reason why I picked this bag is not only to match my ski brand, but also because it's a great travel bag. As I did bring these over from Canada, transporting on the plane, wanted something very secure. And I read a lot of reviews. So if anyone's in the market for a great travel bag, this is the one. Now let's get into it. Let's open these up here. So just to give a bit of backstory as I'm opening this up, these are my first pair of skis ever. They are not necessarily the craziest skis. I got these a couple years ago. I got them because I wanted something that was just gonna suit all terrain, most freshly groomed snow. And it was something that I could still cut sharply, still be an intermediate skier, but nothing too fancy. The other thing I also want to bring attention to is it's also very affordable. So that's also something that I think is important as skiers when we're getting into the game here, is there's going to always be lots of gear. There's going to be lots of people promoting their different products, and this is something that is tried and true but very beginner friendly all the way into the intermediate level. Woo, okay. This jacket is my favorite ski jacket of all time. I have quite a few. I want to actually give a shout out to Nike, ACG, a lot of really cool jackets from them. However, this is the tried and true jacket. Thank you, Nesh, for the guest appearance. This is the tried and true jacket from Spyder. Now, Spyder may not be something that is on everyone's radar anymore. However, I want to give them a super cool hype to like this nice, solid, simple patterning, but still nice and bright going down the slopes. Really cool. They continue the pattern also up on the hood. I love it. Nice, breathable, lightweight, but still got some slight insulation on the inside. But the one thing that I want to hype up that I love, and it's not necessarily special to this jacket, but what I always like to do is I've got this is my little snack compartment. So I've always got some sort of bar or anything in here. I've always found it's like super easy to quickly unzip, grab a bar, eat it. You can put it back in the jacket after, especially if you ski unzipped too. It's great. Again, nothing super special about this, but I love the Spyder brand. I think they're great. I want to bring them back to mainstream skiing. I think they did some really great stuff, and they're still a great brand. So shout out to Spyder. They did some sick designs. Okay. Now for the pants, also Spyder is part of the same collection. Wanted to have something that was a bit more of like an indigo, kind of deeper blue color. If you notice in the details on the jacket, there was a little panel that had this exact color. So when I was looking for the pants, I wanted something that matched one little color on one of those little square rectangle shapes on that jacket. And blue is my favorite color, so I went with this one. It's nice and warm, but it's not gonna kill you in the heat. Lots of awesome pockets here. This is also another spot where sometimes I'll stick an extra little snack in. What I love about these pockets is they're kind of subtle. They're nice, clean, easy zip, and they're really also easy to open as well while you're on the slopes. Love also the pockets in the back. I don't use them often, but I have before. I've stuck, surprisingly, my phone back here, and it's been nice and safe, easy to also access, or any other extra stuff without feeling super bulky and heavy. So really love these pants. I think Spyder did a 10 out of 10 job for the snow pants for women, and I highly recommend. Okay. All right, so these are my DeBello ski boots. Mixed reviews on this brand, I will be honest. I personally love them. If you have narrower feet, these are a great boot to have. I did splurge on these a little bit. You definitely can go on a bit more base model, but I love the comfort in the interior. It's a nice warm lining, especially if you do tend to have colder extremities. There is a bit more of a layered lining on the inside, especially near your toes. So I love that personally as someone, one, with narrower feet, and two, that gets really cold toes. It slips in so easily. It's super easy easy to put this on. I've never had issues, whether I'm sitting in the back of my trunk, getting these on and walking over to the hill, or I've gotten a nice cushiony seat to put these on, and it's been 10 out of 10. They fit super nicely in my skis as well. And honestly, I've worn these for 6 hours, 7 hours straight, and I've been totally comfortable. So strongly recommend these, and I love them. And they're also very good for, you know, beginner to intermediate levels. My next compartment here, I got some really exciting things. Always need your gloves, or your mittens in this case. I actually want to hype these up because this is a Canadian brand, Combi, I may not be pronouncing that correctly. It is Gore-Tex on the outside, which we love, our Gorp Core. But more importantly, honestly, these have been the only, I've owned dozens of mittens, and these are the only mittens that have actually kept my fingertips nice and warm without having to double up with other gloves or anything underneath. I've always had to double up, and these ones have kept me nice and warm. So Canada knows a thing or two about warmth. I totally trust these. The nice cool thing too is I love the zipper, because what I got in here on this side is I've got my pass. I got my RFID pass. I can just put that right in there, scan it and go. It's amazing. It's adjustable. So gotta give a good shout out to my Canadian brand, but not only because it's Canadian, it's actually nice and warm. Moving on to my helmet, I hope my skater friends will be intrigued. This is 888. I know they're big in the skate community, but I do use this as my helmet. I've had it for years, since honestly I was 12 or 13 years old. This is the first helmet I've owned, and I've never changed it, and I love it. It's nice and breathable. Also, when I've had braids in my hair, which can get pretty thick, for those of you who know, this has fit quite nicely and well, and it's also nice and warm on the inside. It's got a nice lining. So great brand. There's lots of other brands out there. I want to also give a shout out to Solomon. They make incredible helmets, but I don't have one of theirs yet. This is the one that I use. Onto the goggles. Bolle is a nice and trusted brand. These are also something I have, my first pair of goggles. I have many, but I stick with these ones. They've never cracked. I've done some pretty crazy stuff on moguls. They've stuck with me. They've kept me nice and clear vision. So I totally recommend Bolle as a brand. But again, I know there's many out there, but love that I've kept some of my gear from when I was 12, 13 years old, and they've stuck with me and have stood the test of time. So I just want to give some words of encouragement to people that are interested in skiing, or maybe you didn't grow up in a ski family like myself. I honestly got introduced to it through a school trip when I was like 12. Really loved it, fell into it. I was definitely the only black woman out there at the time. We're still struggling to find people that look like us out there, but it's honestly something where I would love to see more people get out, get any gear you can, even if you're able to rent it. I know it's not cheap. There's lots of programs out there where you can do a borrow, do a buyback if you really want to invest into it, but I definitely think it's something that is a really rewarding sport. It's definitely somewhere where everyone is allowed to be on the ski hill. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Doesn't matter what you look like. If you got a body, you can do it, you can try it out. You're gonna fall many times, and that's part of the process, but you keep grinding and you can do it. I don't know. Yeah. Woo, rock on, do it. Skiing, woo. Thanks for checking out my gear. See you next time.